All right, friends, I am sitting here on the sidelines with YouTube sensation Eric Carr. Hi, Eric.
8 off the mat and go. Welcome to On a Water Bridge, the podcast where we talk everything marching arts.
Everyone, bring it in.
It's time for a water break.
Hello.
It's so nice to meet you.
You too.
So nice to hang with you virtually. I feel like I see you like every 2 weeks for like no reason.
Yeah, we did just do a video together not too long ago.
We're very tangentially associated.
Why don't you take on that 30 life story in 32 counts then?
Yeah, we'll get into it. So, Eric, I was giving you a little brief on it, but we do a bit on this show where you'll get about 30 seconds to catch all our listeners up to speed, because believe it or not, some people probably don't know who you are in our audience compared to yours. There's got to be someone, and this is for them. So you'll get 8 and in from the Met.
All right, sounds good. Okay, my name is Eric Carr, also known as EMC Productions. I've been playing drums since I was 10 years old. I played all through high school, and then I also went on to march Jersey Surf, the Bushwhackers, and Carolina Crown United Percussion for WGI. I went to get my bachelor's degree from Rowan University, my master's degree from University of Delaware. I joined the Commandant's Own United States Marines Drum and Bugle Corps, served there for 4 years, and also started my YouTube channel. I was there, and now the YouTube channel is up to 338,000 subscribers. I also have 4 Guinness World Records and 14 I&E medals from DCA World Championships. Yes, right on time.
Wow, that was really good timing.
That might be the densest 30 seconds that we have had. You have a long list of things to get into here, man. We're definitely going to get back to the Guinness records. Why don't we take it back a little bit? Why don't we go to the humble beginnings of Eric Carr? What was, I guess, maybe your first drumline experience, and what was it like for you first getting involved with this activity?
Yeah, so I started drumline my freshman year of high school. I tried out for the snare drum, and I somehow got a spot in the line on snare, even though I probably shouldn't have been. But
you were a rookie snare? Okay.
Yeah.
So it was written from the beginning that you were going to be pretty good at this, I guess. But
yeah. Yeah, it was definitely extremely difficult for me at first, just wearing the drum and marching around, because I mean, I've been playing drums in the school band. I was like in like all South Jersey middle school honors band and all that. But moving while playing is like a whole different thing. And it was kind of a struggle for a while.
Sure.
And yeah, just after months of practice, I ended up getting better, just like what usually happens.
Yeah, no. And as you get into it there, I mean, what high school did you come from? Were you in a good program or?
Yeah, I went to Washington Township High School in New Jersey. And yeah, it's a good program for sure.
Big program. Yeah, big school, large band.
We often get students from there. I actually just came back from the Macy's Great American Marching Band, and we pretty much always have students from there.
Nice.
Yeah, no. So then you kind of work your way along. What brought you to independent band, or made you think I like this and I want to do it more than just like an activity in high school?
Yeah, I guess I just started getting into some DCI videos. That was back before YouTube, because I'm kind of old.
Oh man,
2005. I was on.
So was that like Drum Corps Planet? What were you on?
No, it was. You have to go to like vicfirth.com and like innovativepercussion.com, like featuring their products, but also showing the lot videos. So yeah, I was like on there watching some stuff, and I think Cadets was like the first drum corps that I really fell in love with, the Cadets 2005 show, and also just watching the guys do I&Es. Probably like just watching like Tim Jackson tenor I&E winning every single year. That was when he had his reign of terror, winning every single I&E year.
He's the GOAT. He's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Right. So, where along the way because you said you started your YouTube channel at the Marine Commandant's Zone, but I know that there are videos on that channel that go much further back. Where, when did you first start EMC Productions, and what
Yeah.
was the thought process?
Yeah, so I created the channel in 2008, and that was like basically when YouTube like started developing itself as a legit video sharing
Yeah.
website. I made like a few like goofy videos in high school that I think I uploaded them to like MySpace and like ebombsworld.com back when those were
Did you ever
thriving.
use, like, Zanga and stuff? Like, all of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So YouTube is like one of the newer things. I was like, oh, let me get into there too. And then yeah, I like uploaded a few videos like randomly for like probably the next like 8 9 years. I remember like my Hertz was like the big one, like my first
Yeah.
kind of viral video, and
Uh
like that Trump and Hillary drum battle was another one that was like in that time period.
huh. Dude, I remember that something. Wasn't there like, we need to build a wall?
Oh
Kind
yeah,
of
we
like that
need to
cadence
build
or
a wall.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you would just pop up every now and again and have a like a viral video in the drum community. I didn't even realize for the longest time some of the ones that were yours. Like that
Yeah.
there's this video, that video of like the two bears talking or whatever. That thing was actually super popular and funny
Yeah.
back in like 2017 when I was first doing independent band.
Nice.
Had no clue that that was you.
Yeah, that's me behind that one. But I usually tell people that I started the channel in like 2018 because that's when I like actually started doing like weekly videos and like taking it pretty serious. So since
Okay.
then till now, it's been a video a week for the most part.
So what was the moment where you felt like, I need to start putting much more effort into this channel, and feeling like maybe it would go someplace if you did?
Yeah, I think probably after that like Trump Hillary drum battle was when I started thinking like it could become something serious. And at that time I just didn't have the time to like
Right.
upload every single week because I was working like a crap ton of hours and just trying to like get videos together when I could. It would like was maybe like once every month or 2 months. And then like when I joined the Marines, that's when I like, believe it or not, when I got like an actual full time job, that's when I actually had the time to spend to
Well,
make
because
more
your time
videos.
is scheduled. It's such a different experience. People don't realize, like, when you're freelance all the time or if you have, like, multiple part-time jobs, it's really hard to squeeze stuff in, but when you have a schedule, oh my gosh, then you can figure stuff out.
Yeah, yeah, it's very true. I mean, the Marines, it was just a regular job, like usually like 8 to 3 most days, depending on what was going on. But just had like actual time to myself to like work on my own projects instead of just constantly grinding and working on like other stuff.
Right. So was the feedback immediately positive? Like, you start putting more effort into the channel, did that immediately turn into like results, or do you feel like you had to grind for some time before it started to take off?
I mean, every now and again, like a video does poorly, and it took me a while to get in like a rhythm of figuring out what was working at first. But I think like just 99.5% of the feedback is positive. Like since
Right.
I like started doing it, like no matter what the video is, and yeah, just like anything else, like the more you practice it, the better you get at it. So it was a definitely like a slow, steady pace to get where I am now.
Yeah, and you can totally see that you've done a lot of the work there, because there's like an astronomical amount of videos on your page already.
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah.
even know like how you're supposed to keep coming up with more ideas of like content you're going to record. I think, dude, one of the craziest videos that I've seen from you, it's one of the biggest ones on your page. Jackie, have you seen his like galactic class INE from I want to say, was that TIA?
Yeah, it was TIA championships back in May of
Yeah,
this
I think
year.
Okay.
I've seen that one.
That video is crazy. So, Eric, do
Yeah.
you want to maybe walk Jackie and brief our listeners through what you do in that video so I can ask you some questions about it?
Yeah, so I guess so another part of some of the videos I do, I like have characters that I play. Like it's like a drum line with I play all the characters like on a green screen, and each kid has like their own personality. So the like kid that I had go and do a solo was a guy I call Masked Guy. It's just me wearing a mask. And he's supposed to be like one of the best ones in the drum line, like the real like hardcore like kid
Yeah,
that practices all the time. So I
he's
had him
pretty
do
talented. Yeah.
yeah, very good for a high school student for sure. So I had him do like a full like 20-minute showcase like on the stage just playing every single instrument. It started off on tenors and then I went to snare drum, then I played the bass drum part was fun. So I
The
had
bass
5 bass
drum.
drums set up. Yeah, so doing this live was so ridiculous. So I played each of the 5 bass drum parts individually with like a click going in my headphones, and then like later on I edited them all together, but doing them one at a time was just like incoherent nonsense to the audience.
Yeah,
Just
because
like doing
it's
one bass split.
so he's just standing there for seconds at a time, and then just like, ugh,
Yeah. Yeah.
gets done, walks to base two, does it again,
Yeah.
does that 5 times. But it turns out so slick and clean in the video. It's just
Yeah.
like he pops up, expands into 5 forms of himself. Like it was nice, man.
So,
Thanks. Thanks.
can I ask, as like somebody who's a YouTuber myself, I don't live off of my income by any means, but what's your schedule look like? What is your day to day like? How do you decide when you're going to record content, and like do you have stuff set aside? Do you have everything pre planned out? How do you do that?
Right. I kind of, now that I'm like doing YouTube full time, I kind of sort of have a schedule for myself. I wake up usually around 9 o'clock and then work out and eat lunch and breakfast and all that stuff, and then I start like getting to work. Wherever I am at the process with the video. Yeah, I'll either start filming or editing or preparing for the video. Like today, I didn't film or edit. I'm just kind of working on the preparations to the next video. There's a lot of stuff I gotta get ready before I actually record it.
That's
Yeah.
kind of that's interesting too. Like, how does your time break down really? Because some of these videos seem like they would take a lot of work actually to learn and perfect all the material. Like, you drum all the
Yeah.
time. You're
Mhm.
obviously very talented, but sometimes there's stuff that you do where I can tell like you had to rehearse that a lot. Actually, I would imagine it would take a lot of practice. What's like?
Yeah.
How's it break down?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the video for sure, but I guess like one of the videos where I split screen myself playing the whole drum line. Most of the time, I'm actually reading the music while I'm playing. Like I'll have
Yeah,
my laptop set up right below the camera. So yeah, because memorizing all the beats, that would just be so much time. So
yeah, right.
yeah, my sight reading chops have like gone like pretty crazy over the past 5 years because I do it so much.
You use it, and you're gonna get good at it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I would say like a video where I have to film like 3 snare parts, 2 tenors, 5 bass drums. That might take like 2 full days of filming on the green screen, depending on how long it is and how difficult the stuff is. And then editing it, I feel like I've just gotten so fast at editing that takes the least amount of time now.
Okay.
I just have like a set process.
Technology has like boomed too with that stuff and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I use like Final Cut Pro for all my editing, and I got my
Nice.
Mac Studio. So this stuff is just like it's so like user friendly, and like now that I'm like comfortable with it, I can just
Yeah.
zoom by in the editing process for the most part.
Yeah, you get more fluent in those types of like editors or dolls and things like that. And like then there's like you can way drop down like the latency to get some idea from your brain to be a reality. I
Yeah,
found that with like working in Logic that initially I was so slow and so bad. It'd be like if you played Whisper down the lane to write a beat for a rap song.
yeah,
But yeah, the more you get into that, I know what you mean. It starts to become much more practiced and you're efficient.
yeah.
What's like the longest, most difficult video that you had to record, would you say?
I think the one that probably took me the most time, it was probably the Trump versus Hillary drum battle, just because
Oh,
that was my
really?
first time ever like green
Wow.
screening myself.
Okay.
I was so clueless like on how to actually do it. I like had the vision. I was like, all right, I'm gonna make this happen, no matter how long it takes, as long as I get it done before the election is over.
Yeah,
But
right.
yeah, I worked on that video for probably like 2 months, just
Yeah.
figuring out how to like light a green screen. That took me so long. How to key
Well,
stuff
and there
out.
weren't
Like I think I was
tutorials back
using.
then. Like, there weren't just people out there on the internet giving away all that information for free like there are nowadays either.
Oh,
Oh, we,
no.
we lost you.
Of course.
Well, I think she was going to say that people on the
Yeah.
internet, they weren't as good at teaching as they are nowadays.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like nowadays you can learn how to do YouTube from YouTube basically.
Yeah, right.
I think it was sort of like that back then also, but not as much content.
It's still more accessible now than it was when you were getting into it. Is there any, yep, have you ever been doing a video and you weren't sure? You were like, this one I think is good, but you, and then maybe it turned out to be like really a big one for you or something like that? Because I could imagine some things like your Galactic Class INE took a lot of work and prep. You also knew for sure that one was going to go over really well.
Mhm.
Has there ever been one that surprised you? Like, wow, okay.
Yeah, I mean every single video it's like always up in the air with how it's going to perform. Like you never really know.
Yeah.
I would say I'm like confident that I'll always get over 10,000 views at this point. After like a couple of days, I feel like if I
Yeah.
get less than that, then something is pretty
Alarm
bad.
bells will be going off.
Yeah, that's with like the long form videos. I post a bunch of shorts now, but that's like a whole different thing. But yeah, pretty much every video that has done like over 1 million views is surprising to me because I'm like, oh, like what made that video like so good compared
Right.
to the other ones? And there's some goofy videos that like the one short I did where I had like my rubber chickens and I did like an auto-tuned chicken cover to that song Seabat. That video, dude, that is my most popular video on any platform that I've ever ever uploaded. I think it's at 15 million views right now.
What?
Yeah,
Dude, that's insane. The rubber chicken video got
dude.
15 million views. That's
Yeah.
crazy, man.
I
Dude,
mean,
so
that was like
that's,
it was like the peak of that meme
yeah,
when I made
with
the
the
video, so that
Seabat
definitely
song.
helped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of makes me think, man. Something I wanted to talk to you about is that you've almost eclipsed the activity. You may have eclipsed the activity. Just in terms of like how many people out there care deeply or subscribe to content about DCI compared to how many people are subscribed to EMC Productions. It
Hmm.
makes me think that you end up mathematically, you got to have listeners that are fans of you and at least weren't into Drumline prior or don't care about Drumline at all.
Hmm.
Can you notice that ever in your comment section or interactions with fans? Do you ever see how you're eclipsing the art, if you will?
Yeah. No, I do notice that. And the interesting thing with YouTube is like there's so many like statistics with it. I think like it's only like about 60% of my viewers like in total are from the United States. Like there's like a good
Wow.
amount of like viewers outside the US. And like it's kind of weird to think about like marching percussion is like really not a thing in a lot of countries and like
Yeah,
some of them it's starting to develop, but like most of them like here you just have like marching band in high school. It's like you got a football team, you got a marching band, but everywhere else that's not that's not the culture. So
right.
yeah, I have like definitely have some fans. Maybe some are just drum set players that discovered me because talking about drums, they come across the stuff. Maybe just it's like some just general musicians who like watching drums, and there's just some non-musicians that just like watching drums. Also, it's a quite a wide variety in
It's
the audience.
interesting. So then I guess, does your content ideas expand as your audience expand? Whereas you initially come into this from a very drumline heavy place. but I see now you do more drum set videos on the channel too. As your audience starts to grow beyond this more niche activity, do you see yourself changing the types of videos you record, or at least widening the breadth of types of things you do on the channel?
A little bit. The thing is, like with YouTube, you got to remember, like the people who clicked and subscribed and are watching me is because I'm like an expert on that one
Yeah,
thing.
right.
Like they say,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
create content towards a niche audience. So
Mm.
I can't like lose sight of that. But yeah, I do branch out every now and then. I am doing some drum set videos here and there. But I guess when I'm thinking about the content, I do have in mind that some of these people are not like marching percussionists or musicians at all. So if I'm explaining like how to do something, I try to like think of like, okay, is a random person gonna like have any idea what I'm talking about? Maybe,
Any
like,
connection,
Right.
yeah.
yeah.
I have to say, because I can hear our listeners screaming about this already. I need to backtrack and ask you about your world records, because you threw those in there. So what are your Guinness World Records in?
Yeah, so let me shift this. You can see them on the wall. I got. I
Mm-hmm.
think I said I had four. That was a lie. There's three. So I can do a little demonstration here.
Only 3 Guinness World Records, dude.
Oh,
I'm not
only
impressed
3.
anymore.
Only the
Gosh.
legends have four. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing more soonish, hopefully.
Oh.
So the one record I have, hopefully the sound doesn't cut out when I do this, but it's for the fastest stick clicks in 1 minute. So that's basically me doing this for a whole minute.
Okay.
Yep. So I got 722 is the record. If anyone out there is trying to pass that one. The other one is most stick flips in 30 seconds. So that's just me doing this 30 seconds straight.
And it has to be like a full rotation of the stick.
Yeah. So the
I
stick
know
has
the
to go
guard
all the
people
way
would argue
around.
about that.
You gotta catch it. Which it was like some of the stick click record was actually one that I proposed to like Guinness World Records. I was like, hey, I can do this weird thing fast. And they were like, okay. And then the stick
Do you
click
have
one.
people who are trying to like beat your records now? Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, so somebody actually passed the stick flip record, which is why I'm going to attempt it again to beat it.
Oh.
Yeah, the thing was some of these records are just like whoever had them before me. It was like so simple. Like I think the person that had the stick flip record had like 40 flips in 30 seconds, and I got like 57 without really even practicing. It was just like I want to. It's
Well,
kind of
that's
weird. And then somebody passed me. I think the record is now 60, so I gotta actually work on it
Yeah, dude,
to get my stick flip chops up.
I hope I get to see like a training montage of you. Like,
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
Running up the steps of the art museum, flipping sticks.
Like lifting a dumbbell with one
But
hand.
no, you got to run up the steps at Lucas Oil. Go to Lucas Oil Stadium, run up the
Oh, yeah,
stadium
just walking.
bleachers. Yes. And just yep.
I like it. It's good idea. Good ideas. Then the third record, I'm gonna need to go to the pad back here. So it's the most back sticks in 1 minute. So it's basically like a triplet with a back stick, like doop chop chop boop chop chop boop chop chop. So when you do it real fast, it looks pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I have no idea about that. You're good. That looked like a lot.
Yeah. It's sort of weird that one is even like counted for a record. It's like a very specific drumming technique. But
somebody probably proposed it, just like you proposed the stick clicks
Yeah.
one, and yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's
I
what I
mean-
was just trying to think. I was like, what bass drumming world record could I convince them is valid enough that they should do it? like the I think the world's longest hand to hand is possible if they're willing to just let me stand there and stay in a hand to hand for like more than an hour. Or I think you would want to go like fastest in a minute route, but it would be like single split or something like that.
Yeah, if you get two of those like world's fastest drummer pad counter thingies.
Yeah, and
Yeah. The thing like Guinness is like they usually like turn down. Like I submitted so many like personalized records to them, and the stick click
Oh,
one was the only one that they like accepted. I
Yeah,
was kind of sad they didn't do the world's heaviest marching instrument, which is my mega tenor drums, weighing
those
94
things are
pounds.
crazy.
Yeah,
that seems like that should be a really legit one though. Like because if you're marching around with really super heavy drums, that's impressive.
And
yeah.
I
When I
think
sent in the record proposal, I like went out to like a football field and did, like marched a cadence all the way across it. Do
to
my best.
demonstrate that they're marching,
Yeah, those things are
this
so
is
hard.
marchable.
Yes.
Well, and I
This
feel
set
like that
is
would be something that they could easily like set up parameters for and test and I wonder that's kind of interesting. I wonder what their requirements are for setting
I
up
feel like it's almost
records.
like Eric was saying about his audience and not wanting to go too in depth about certain things. I
True.
think like they don't want your record to be inaccessible to the regular person. Like not inaccessible, but just like it should be something that a regular person could open up to a page in the Guinness World Record book and be like, "Oh, that's cool. I get that." Like most stick clicks in a minute. That's easy to grasp. I still
Yeah,
think like
possibly.
heavy marching equipment is pretty easy to grasp
I was
too.
gonna
Like
say I think
Yeah.
heaviest is a big one.
Yeah, I had high hopes for that one and it got turned down. I feel like it's just like one person like reviewing it and they might be having a bad day. Like, oh, this is
It's definitely possible.
yeah. Maybe I'll submit it again because
you
that
just
was
keep
like that was like
spamming
4 years
it.
ago.
You
Yeah,
gotta leverage your social media presence now.
yeah.
Sick all your followers on Guinness and tell
There
them to
you
accept your.
go.
Come on,
Sign a
cowards!
petition.
Hey,
Change.org.
Yeah.
the power of the people. I tell you what.
I would vote. I would put my John Hancock on that one for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Your rise to create an actual YouTube channel within our niche little community is really impressive. That you're able to carve out a lane for yourself like that. Well, is there anything about like your lifestyle now doing this for a living that you think might surprise people to hear about? Maybe in terms of what it's like recording all this content, what it's like being a known figure when you show up to lots. Is there anything that's like surprising and unique now about your life due to this rise?
Yeah, I mean, I guess anyone who's been to one of those band shows that I was at probably won't be surprised by this, but yeah, it is wild going to like any like marching band, drum corps, even at PASIC this year. Like
Oh
literally, I'm
yeah,
a
basic,
celebrity.
you're done, dude.
Yeah, I am a celebrity at these places. Like I can't walk 10 feet without someone like stopping me and asking for a picture, which is cool. It's nice that people like me and like want to take pictures and sign autographs and stuff. And it doesn't really happen outside of band events too much. Like every now and then, like I'll see a fan. Like I was in the gym like a few months ago. Like a random person, like I was like, oh my god, it was pretty funny.
Aren't those the best though? Like if you're not expecting to be recognized and someone's just like, "Aren't you that? Did you do that?" And you're like, "Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah,
me."
no, that is good. It's nice in that situation too because I'm not like overwhelmed by like tons of people and I can actually like have a conversation with like
Right.
that one
Right.
fan. Yeah,
No, it's actually probably really good because you hear like A-list celebrities all the time be like, "It's suffering from success. It's not good, man. I can't even go to the grocery store without getting stopped
Right.
by people." But with you,
yeah,
it's like a good midline because if you want to go out to a drumline show or you go to PASIC, you actually are kind of having that experience. But you can go about your day most of the time in most places, be under the
yeah.
radar.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of interesting to think about. I'm kind of like taking baby steps to like being like an actual like celebrity or public figure or whatever. Like I get like
Hmm.
a taste of stardom at these certain events, but normally I
Yeah.
could just go to Walmart and be relaxed and no one will know who I am. I know like
Right.
Mr. Beast in a podcast he did recently, he was talking about how no matter where he goes, he will get stopped by
Yeah.
people. Like 'cause, like he has 100, 200 million subscribers on his stuff. but I'm not even close to that level yet. We got ways to go.
I think you could get there. Not me. I don't think you could get there.
Is
I don't think
my
you could get to
question
Mr. Beast.
200 mil.
is there is there a marching related channel that is anywhere close to you that is higher than you? I don't think there's anyone even close to you, is there? That's like like about marching band anything?
Not really. There is Atlanta Drum Academy. I think has more subscribers than I do. That's like I don't know if you're familiar with that channel. It's like it's actually very cool. It's a guy that teaches like kids of all ages, but a lot of younger kids like out in Atlanta, just like basic like drumline stuff and some more complicated. They're actually on America's Got Talent recently, and
Oh wow.
they did well, unlike me. Oh, that was the thing I did in the 30 seconds.
Right.
Oh yeah. You in America's Got Talent too?
I was on it, and I they don't tell you what place you got, but I'm pretty sure if they did, they would have said that I was in dead last.
Oh,
They hated me.
oh no.
Yeah, you. To be fair, you did come out there a little goofy. It was very on brand. But didn't you do
Yeah.
the chickens with the quads or something?
Yeah, so when I auditioned to be in America's Got Talent, I like went super hard with it. I actually did it for a video. I was like, all right, I'm going to send 10 different audition videos into America's Got Talent. They're all going to be different, and we'll see if they like one of them. And so some of them were just like super like, pretty normal, me playing tenor solo, doing some crazy stuff, all the way down to like Steven Sassafras playing a flub solo. And the one they liked that I submitted was I was dressed up in a chicken costume, squeaking these
Oh my
rubber
gosh.
chickens, and also drumming on the chickens and auto-tuning them to like play a melody.
I love that so much.
They set you up, dude. They
Yeah,
played
dude, I knew it. I just wanted to get on the show for the content.
You did succeed at that. It was
Yeah,
good
dude, I made like 5 videos off of the whole experience.
Yeah, no such thing as bad press in that regard. But yeah,
Yeah.
they played you a little bit.
Yeah, no, I was expecting it. I'm like, all right, they picked like one of the stupidest things I sent. Like, this is probably not going to go well, but I'll do my best no matter what.
Right.
And they tried to get me back on to do the same exact act like 2 or 3 years in a row. They didn't ask me this past year, but yeah, I turned it down. I was like, if I go back on there, like I want to do something better. Like I need an arc to the story, not just I'm going to keep doing the same dumb thing over and over.
I've thought about this for 3 years, and this is what I think is the best thing I can do right now.
Yeah.
Maybe
someday they'll let me do something that's actually good. I don't know. We'll see.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's probably about where we should wrap it for this day. This rehearsal's been a good one, man. We've been real excited to have you on here. So thanks for stopping by and chatting with us. You got anything, Jackie?
No problem.
It's awesome to meet you. Thank you so much. And yeah, guys, get back out on the field. Let's go run some reps. Get some practice in.
Nice. Yeah, it's nice meeting you too.
The On a Water Break podcast was produced by Jeremy Williams and Christine Ream. The intro and outro music was produced by Josh Lyda. To learn more, visit lydamusic.com. And until next time, thanks for tuning in.